Brand Says About You, Best Car Brands of 2026 tier list. We're starting off with this, then we'll move to best car shapes, and then we'll move off to cars that me or my family own, or cars that I hope to own in the future, and that is going to be really tough. Starting off with car brands. Hyundai C. Just buy a Kia. Kias are cheaper than Hyundais, and Kias tend to last longer, believe it or not, than Hyundais because they're less complicated. It's like Hyundai. Why would you buy a Hyundai over a Toyota? Just why would you when you're paying that price? Just don't even consider a Hyundai. If you're gonna buy a Hyundai, buy a Kia. If you're gonna buy a Genesis, buy a Kia. That's all I'm saying. Polestar. Polestar is their Volvos. Also, the car brands that I've chose here may be a little bit weird. These were just all the ones that I could remember off the top of my head. So, no Maserati, no Bugatti. It's like, this is a very consumer car channel, if you didn't know. So, we're mainly focusing on consumer cars. Polestar is pretty good. Nissan is like a D. Like, why would you, the thing is, we're comparing all these against each other. So, Nissan may be okay, but it's like, why would you buy a Nissan when you can have a Toyota? You know, and that's not that Toyota's that great. Mitsubishi, I'm going to say, is an A. Now, you have to keep in mind of price, right? We're not just saying who has the best car, because then it'd be Porsche, and everyone else just wouldn't have a chance. For the price, they make excellent cars. Genesis D, this should be F, this should be the worst. Genesis is the worst, just the worst. That and Infiniti, just, patty cake, patsy, terrible luxury brands that are just shit. They're more complicated. It's a Hyundai that's more complicated, that breaks more often, that cost $20,000 more. The worst car brands are Infiniti and Genesis, in my opinion. Acura, S, if you can get a good one. It's kind of hit or miss sometimes, is because it's Honda, and Hondas are very hit or miss most of the time. They're pretty even keel, but many Hondas are better than others. Infiniti, again, D, just the worst you can get. Honda, S. Honda, the Acura is more in the flow chart here. Acura has the best cars that Honda makes, but also some of the worst cars in terms of price. In terms of value for money that Honda makes. Like the ILX, that was a Civic for $10,000 more without a whole lot extra going for it. It was attractive, but not a whole lot going on. Honda's more even keeled, so that's definitely also S. Porsche, I'm gonna say S because again, is it that reliable? No. Yada yada yada. And is the price that good? Value for money? Probably not. But it's a luxury car brand, so we can get away with that. Their cars are impeccable, and they do their job, in my opinion, better than anyone else could. Suzuki, this is an S. They're just better than Mitsubishi in every way. I mean, their cars are more reliable, their cars last longer, their cars are more attractive, in my opinion. Suzuki's great. I have some family out in Australia, and I visit them, which is why, this is a very Australia Toyota, and also I didn't put, Holden or anything on here, because they're all dead. Or Scion or stuff like that. This is a very American-Australian car thing, and Suzuki, all my family, they own Suzuki. They're cheap, they're reliable, and they're Japanese. What more could you want from a car? Lexus, again, S. Lexus is very even-keeled, much like Toyota. Chrysler, especially now. I mean, they were never good to begin with. They're especially bad now. Dodge is like a C. But again, what Dodges would you be buying, considering, Chrysler, they sell the Pacifica. The Pacifica is not good value for money. It's not good against the other minivans. It's just not a good car. Dodge, all their cars are, fine. The Challenger and Charger, maybe B, because of those two. Performance cars, they do that great. Durango, Journey, just the regular cars, they're essentially what is Plymouth. That's all just terrible. Tesla, Tesla, I think, does EV. I think Polestar does them a little bit worse. Tesla is definitely the go-to place for EVs. And they're just the best when it comes to EVs. But EVs still have some faults. So they're pretty okay, and they're weird, and the screens are in the middle, and there's just a bunch of weird, wacky stuff that Tesla does. The Prius had weird, wacky stuff like the gauge cluster being in the middle that you could live with, that was normal. With Tesla, having no gauge cluster and having no steering wheel stocks, I just couldn't deal with that. Fiat is this should be F. This is the worst possible just car brand on the face of the planet. It's not good value for money. It's not reliable. It's not a good size. It's not anything. Volkswagen is B. They're mediocre. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're okay. I bet you can guess where this is going. S tier. Toyota's pretty goated. Mercedes is an A. They do their job very well. They still make the E-Series wagon, which Carmelo Soprano drove. They make all their historical cars. They have a big fan base. They're very reliable, and they do luxury well. I mean, they're a luxury brand. What more do you want? GMC, just why? You're just buying a more expensive Chevy for, a title that you don't even really care about. It's just... why? GMC never made sense to me. So I can buy a Chevy Equinox or a GMC Terrain. GMC felt like a trim of Chevrolet. And the GMC Terrain was worse in every way. It had a shittier interior, the colors were worse, the wheels were uglier, the windows were small. It was just bad. Jeep, Okay, listen, Jeep, if you're buying a car Jeep, like a Compass, don't buy it. That's the worst car you'll ever buy. They kind of... But, like, for every Compass, well, this isn't true because there's only one. For every Compass, there's the Wrangler, and the Wrangler is just so... I'm not a Wrangler praiser, but I'm saying for, like, cars like that in the United States, I think I'll put it in C. For, B, because they're at least the one surviving, and they came out with the Cherokee, which I think was a good decision. Out of all the American car brands, I think they're run probably the best. That's another thing. I kind of hate Kia because it's run well. Like, I make videos where I talk about how I would personally run a car company all the time. You should watch those. Kia's doing exactly what I'm doing, and I kind of hate them for it because it's like, Toyota should have thought of that. Toyota should be doing that, and they are, and they're the enemy. You know, I'm like, their cars are bad, they catch on fire, they have recalls all the time. But at the end of the day, if that's what you can afford, that's fine. I think Kias are actually extremely good value for money, and I just need to come to terms with that. Jeep, I mean, the Wrangler's good, no one else does it like they do, so fine, B. Chevrolet, just C. Like, why would you even want to? Their EVs are terrible. You can buy their EVs under Honda names. Chevrolet, I get C because it's the cheapest of the GM brands, and it's like the Trailblazer's semi-decent value for money, but it's just not good. BMW... See, BMW, this is going to piss a lot of people off. Let me just say right now that BMW, they're good. The issue is their performance models are some of the best out there. But their economy models just suck. And everyone has the economy models, and they think that, and the difference is with, like, Toyota, their racing stuff and the regular stuff, they're pretty close. BMW, it's like thousands of miles between them, this big gap. So they have, like, the base sedans, and they're just slow, and they're terrible, and they age like milk, and that's 90% of the cars that they sell. It's like, Volkswagen. Volkswagen could make an F1 Formula car the best, like, better than anyone else. But if the regular models suck, then, like, why bother? That's another Dodge situation. That's pretty much all of these. They have good cars like the Wrangler or, you know, just what they've got going on, except for Volkswagen. They don't really do anything. And Dodge with the Wrangler, Dodge Wrangler, no, and Dodge with the Charger and Challenger. Like, they do one or a few cars really well, like their performance series, like the M series, but they don't. The rest of the cars are just shit, and that's what everyone buys. Land Rover, again, they kind of do one car really, really well, but now that modern crossovers exist, it's like, why even bother? Kia, B. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't hate Kia. In fact, I kind of, like, it's like survivor's guilt. Like, I hate Kia for being smart enough to actually run a company well, and I hate Toyota, too, for being the stupidest people on the planet when it comes to running this car company. This new CEO is terrible. Ford... Why? I mean, like, what even is Ford anymore? I mean, it's like, no, I will say Ford is B. Ford is, I would say, now, if reasons I don't like Ford because they're weird. The interior designs are terrible, but I like Ford because, again, they're kind of like Kia in that they know how to run a car company, and I appreciate that. Ford's trucks, they're very good. They're the best on the market. The Ford Bronco Sports, in terms of reliability, but price, it's a very good car. I don't know. Buick's a B. If I had to buy a GM car or an American car, I'd buy a Buick. Lincoln... What are we even doing here? I mean, they're fine. They're okay. They're just like, why even bother? Like, American luxury brands, like Lincoln, I'll put Lincoln in the B just for the Nautilus. I really like the Lincoln Nautilus, especially the hybrid, but, you know, whatever. Audi's kind of, they're fine. They're just kind of in the middle. Audi's killing off all their cars, like the A4, which I think they should. I love the A4 as a car, but from a business perspective, it makes no sense. Like, the economy cars for these luxury brands don't make sense. Moving on. Volvo's an A. I think Volvo's an S. Volvo's just, first of all, they know how to run a car company, except for the entire heritage erasure thing, which is what they're going through right now. They know how to run a car company. They do it better than anyone else can. Their cars are extremely reliable and safe. They are like Subaru, but they're better. Speaking of Subaru, Ram. Ram gets a B. All their trucks, all that's just not great. Except for the ProMaster. That van has gone through hell and back more times than I can count. And you want to know what? I trust the Ram ProMaster van more than I trust, like, any other van out there. Like, that's a good car they made right there. Cadillac, I mean, it's like, yeah, there's no way this is going in with Buick. I mean, Cadillac, it's like, if you're stylish or you have the Blackwing, again, they make mediocre normal cars, except for the fancy ones, like the Darkwing or Blackwing or whatever they call it. That's pretty good, but everything else is kind of mediocre, and it's all GM. Like, the difference between, what do they call it? No, the Buick Veranon or something like that. You know, The difference between that and like a Chevrolet Cruze is nothing, and that's the same thing that I like. The American brands are essentially all the same. Mazda is S tier, they're absolutely goated. Subaru is just A tier. I would have put Subaru in S tier and F. I think I may have unlisted it for various reasons, just because I don't like to keep the same content up and again and again and again. So if I make a newer, better version, I'll just take the old one down, which is probably what I did. I would have put this in the S tier like 2 years ago. With all the EVs and the Outback, they've stepped too far. They've done it. Same with Car Company of the Year. There were Car Company of the Year for 2024. For 2025, not even anywhere close. I think it was Mazda or Toyota. Like, they're just not doing well. They did really good. The Impreza getting rid of the Sedan was a bad choice, but on that, they were doing really good. And then they just kind of threw in the towel. So that is my ranking for cars. Now, car shapes. Now, these are all from a terrible Facebook post made by AI and lazily screenshotted, as I'm sure you can tell. But the point stands. I'm going to go with what they say instead of what they look like. Off-road. I mean, off-road, they're fine, but the price doesn't really make sense for what you're getting. Formula One, I can't even rank this one. This one's just like, whatever. Like, they're fine. It's a decent car shape. Should I rank this in... I guess I'm going to end up it being my opinion anyway, so let me rank them for my opinion. Off-road vehicles are B. Formula 1 is D. C. Formula, like, it's cool, but I would never, ever, 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 ever want to own one. Cabriolet, whatever, it's fine. Sedans are just great. You get large trunk space. Limousine, that's like D. That's like stupid. Microcar, D. That's stupid. Except unless it's made well, then it's a C. It's kind of like right here. Roadsters I like. Roadsters are like an A. I appreciate those. Vans, S tier. Americans just have not realized how great vans are, like Europeans yet. And I think we need to get on that van, if you know what I'm saying here. Like, they're great, and we need more of them. Pickup. I think the smaller pickup trucks, like the Escape, what is that thing? The Escape Sport Track and the Bronco Sport. The Maverick, that's what they call the Bronco Sport truck. They should have just called it the Bronco Sport truck. I get why they didn't, because that's 3 words and that's too long. Anyway, I think they're fine, but a van would beat the hell out of that. Convertible, I think it's kind of like A. Like, I would rather own it than like a cabriolet, but I mean, it's still kind of, it's more fun, I think, more light. Sport, never. I hate sports cars. Back that up. I don't hate sports cars like, I hate them, they're terrible. I think they're wonderful. I think they're engineered some of the best. They're the best cars can get. But at the same time, I don't value cars because they're the best. Like, this does the best job of any other car in categories that I don't care about. What I care, and I'm boring, and this is the entire point of this channel. There's 1,000 enthusiast car channels out there that praise the luxury cars and the sports cars. That's not what we do here. We're more of a regular, everyday car channel. Sports cars are neat. They're the fastest. They're the apex of cars. But what I really think is the apex of cars is something like the Camry. And that's going to sound like the most beta, like, just disappointing, sad, wet fart thing ever, opinion on the auto industry. But I mean, really, how many people go home every night in a Camry? How many miles has that Camry driven? I value a Toyota Camry that's driven 450,000 miles more than I value a Bugatti Veyron, because to me, I would rather have the Camry than the Bugatti. I mean, like, in terms of making an emotional connection with the car, sports cars have a lot to offer, but so do, and this sounds weird. Now we're getting into the weird car enthusiast, Hufflepuff stuff, but it's like, and by connection with your car, I mean, like, you like driving it, you kind of personify it a little. I would say regular cars, they just have my heart. SUVs, A. I have a RAV4. We'll get to this when I rank the cars that I have and that my family has and that I want to have. They're neat, but I think I would have liked the RAV4 more if it was marketed as a crossover hatchback, like a hatchback off-road, because that's what my brain works, than an SUV. But they're pretty good. Actually, S tier. They're good. I like the family haulers. Those are good. Hatchback, S tier. I own 2 Priuses. Muscle. I'm just ticking everyone off. Muscle cars are neat. They're great, but I mean, would I ever want to drive one? Hell no. You cannot pay me enough, because I do actual things. I drive like so much. I drive from Oregon down to Florida up to Ohio. I'm triangulating all across the continental United States for my job. I do a lot of traveling for my job within the United States. I even go up to Canada a few times. I visit family and stuff. My family's very spread out. I do a lot of driving. Muscle car sounds like absolute hell. And wagons are S tier. Wagons are goated. They're just sedans that are longer and have more space. Even though that's obviously a picture of a Volvo XC40. Let me try and guess what these cars are. Volvo XC40, Skoda something, it's probably Octavia or something dumb. This is a Land Cruiser Prado. This is a Toyota Granada. This is Volkswagen front, Mercedes bottom grille, Toyota Camry butt. No, Toyota Corolla butt. That's a Porsche. That's a Ridgeline without the dumb curve there. That is like Lamborghini Gallardo front, and then like Volkswagen EOS in the back. This off-road, this is like what, a Bronco, some just generic, like what, a Cherokee, what is it called, the Wrangler from 40 years ago, that's what that is. This is like the same thing as this. It's like Porsche back, Porsche front, EOS in the middle. The Micro, this is like a Tata, what do they call that thing, the Tata Nano. This is like what that is, like 4-door, just kind of generic. It's not quite, it's got this weird bump here, which really makes me not think of it as like a Mitsubishi. Formula One, it's a Formula One car. I mean, they're all kind of stuff. Limousines, Genesis GV70 with the split headlight, Toyota Crown, nothing, and then just nothing in the middle. Sports car, that's like a Lamborghini Gallardo or something like that. It's right there. This, I don't know, like an old Mustang or something, 3rd, 4th gen, whatever. Moving on to the last one. These are all cars that we live in Australia and the United States. I have a very big family, Slovenian, Italian. We have a bunch of cars, just a bunch of cars. A few of these I own, a few of these I'm going to own. I have cars in Australia and the United States because I think I'm going to go for the dual citizenship thing, so that'd be pretty neat. By what I mean by that I have cars in Australia is that they're not technically, I don't technically own them, but my family has them, and I drive them whenever I'm over there, and they never drive them when I'm not there. Speaking of the devil, this is a specifically blue XLE all-wheel drive hybrid Toyota Highlander. This is like my dream car. Like if I were to buy a brand new car, this is the exact one that I'd buy. It's practical, it's efficient, it has a 3rd row, it's like a minivan, it's got everything I need. S tier. Same thing, Subaru S tier when I have kids, love that. Suzuki, I think my aunt owns this. Suzuki, this is Australian. It's the S-Cross, the new version of the S-Cross. What is it called? No, I think it's called the S-Cross. Yeah, is it what is this? S-Cross? Yeah, I think it's Suzuki S-Cross. I was thinking of the SX4. Yeah, no, this is the S-Cross. S-Cross is A only because it doesn't have a 3rd row. The XC90 is goated. Whoever tells you that the Volvo XC90 is not goated is a total moron. It is a 3-row SUV which has not evolved since 2004 with a gigantic V8 engine, or at least it used to have, not anymore. But the new ones, like Volvo is really good at pulling on my heartstrings. Like when Toyota comes out with the Poo 2 car, it's like the Toyota 2000 GT again. I kind of scoff at that. With Volvo, when they update their models, it's like, yeah, that's the same model as the 1st gen. Like they don't age. They age wonderfully. Like, Volvo knows how to do generations of any car company. This is really neat. This is like my dream car. I talked to one of my Australian, I think it's my grand aunt in Australia owns this car. I talked her into it because it has the wheels of the Camry Atara, which is very, like, I'm not an Australian car person. I just visited there a little bit when I was a kid, a little bit now. It has the wheels of the Camry Atara, which were gorgeous, but instead of having in Australia, for some reason, the sportier front, they had 2 fronts. They had the regular front for the hybrids and the regulars, and they had the sporty front for the SE and the XSE. I thought that front was hideous, but the SE and XSE, like, they were on the Atara trim, which is kind of sporty, but kind of not. This is, I believe, the SX hybrid, and you got the wheels of the Atara, which are just gorgeous. 5-spoke, split spoke, beautiful, 5-lug nut, gorgeous. And then you had the regular front, and it's a hybrid. So that's like S tier. That's like my perfect 2012 Toyota Camry. Yeah, I love the Sienna, but it's A tier. It's not like quite up there. This, whenever my XC70 craps out, I'm totally going for a V90 cross country, and I'm gonna buy the newest one they have in the lot. Volvo V40. So we kind of have this thing going on. This is my car when I go over there. I have the SX4. And then another person who I am closely entangled with has the iconic Volvo V40. So she likes her V40. It's kind of like we have the same car, but for different reasons. She likes the luxuriousness of this because it's a foreign country, like not that far, you know what I'm saying? Like it's far away, it's kind of stressful. So to have something a little bit more luxury is nice. I like this car because until we get citizenship, you know, my family has them. I like the, this is the SX4. No, this might be the S-Cross. No, I think this is, yeah, so this is the new S-Cross. This is the S-Cross SX4, I think, from 2017. I'm forgetting the names because I haven't been to Australia in like a year or something. Less than that, but around there. so it's like, you know, we kind of have the same car. I like it off-road because the Outback is cool and stuff. She likes hers because it's just like, you know, a comfortable car. So I'd say my Suzuki's like S tier because that thing will never die, and hers is like S tier too because it's a good car. This Mazda 5 wagon in Champagne. This is my mother's car in Australia, and I have always loved this car since the day she got it. She just got it. Like our family, we work in stages. Like when you get married, you buy the same car at the same time. I talked to this about it was a video on the Chrysler Town and Country, and I talked about how my aunt, you know, got a bad car and then a good car, or maybe that was a different video. Anyway, I was talking about how my family buys cars in rounds. You know, if you're married, you and your husband get a new car and then you get rid of the old ones. She and my dad just bought brand new cars last year, and that's how I ended up getting the RAV4, and she ended up buying the, the Corolla Cross. And she bought this in Australia. That thing is sweet. That thing is a total wagon. It is a total grand wagon. And they just got rid of it this year, 25th anniversary, and then it's gone. Great. Prius V, I think, like, when I get citizenship to Australia, I'm going to accumulate all the shitty family cars that they've been waiting to get rid of and waiting to sell that I've talked them out of selling. That's going to be my car one day. I always loved the Prius V, and I never got one in America because I always thought once I got citizenship, I'd just steal theirs in Australia. Odyssey hasn't changed. It's great. I mean, all of these purchases right here, after, like this one I didn't get to choose, this one, no, all of these, I had some input in buying. Like, I gave advice on all of these cars. So they're all gonna be, like, S tier. Like, I would never talk my family into buying something shitty. Like, these are all cars that I would want to drive myself or that I think would be great for them. AU Odyssey. This thing is so fun. So here in the United States land, we have our own Honda Odyssey. In Australia, they have a Honda Accord wagon, and they call it the Odyssey. Completely different beast, and the funny part is, it's S tier. I love these two for different reasons. I love this one because it's like a living room. You can put in a DVD, we watch Desperate Housewives, go to Taco Bell, you know, get out of the driver's seat and passenger seat, sit in the back, sit in the third row. It's like a living room, you eat your Taco Bell, you fold up the DVD player, and then you come back in the front seat, and then you drive home. I love that. It's like your own little living room, your own little studio apartment on wheels. This one is like the apex of automobiles. It is a V6 Honda Accord, which means it gets its ass moving, with luxury features, a longer wheelbase, and cargo space to kill for. This thing could fit a washer and dryer, I bet, with the seats folded down if they were sideways. I bet it could do it. So I love them for different reasons, even though they're both the Odyssey, and I think that's great. Crown Signia. This is a car that I'm hoping to get soon. I mean, I'm a sucker for wagons. That's why I even know about Volvo. I was talking to one of my friends, like, this is bizarre. I've known this guy for 12 years, and I mentioned Volvo, and he's like, what's that? It's like, and I guess the only reason why I know about Volvo is because I'm a sucker for wagons. And like, Toyota makes a wagon, I gotta get that. That's absolute S tier. This one I kind of have mixed feelings about. It's a Toyota Klugger. That's what the Highlander's called over there. Hybrid. No, I don't think it's hybrid. I think it's the Grande or the Crusader. They use Crusader, which isn't the best choice of, especially since we're Catholics, the best choice of words for a trim level over there. It's either, I think it's the Grande. I think they used Grande for that. Again, I don't go over that much. Anything that I know is just by giving car buying advice and doing research. I think this is the Grande. I hate the wheels, but the rest of the car is a fantastic car. Like, it's just, I'd say A tier just because it's okay. The AU Subaru Outback. This is not for me. This is a car that I'm hoping to have because it's screenshot directly from the website. This is for the other person that I'm closely entangled with. She, like, her Volvo V40 is nice. Like, I'm a person, we're a family who accumulates cars. We will have 7 cars sitting in a driveway and 2 people living in a house. Each of us has, like, 3 of our own cars. So, you know, she wants it just for, like, the Outback, for, like, a car for rough roads and stuff. So that's pretty neat. And you're gonna say, oh, you're privileged, you have a lot of money. Guys, we were, like, hillbillies. We went from being, you know, we were either a Florida, like, garbage or Alabama trash. We have the hillbillies and then we have the immigrants, and we're just kind of between them. So, like, we don't have a lot of money. We just accumulate cars, and we did pretty well for ourselves. Like, we work hard. Subaru Outback, definitely S tier. It's like the American one, except it doesn't have all this shit in front of it. It doesn't have that, the fangs, and it looks like it's gonna stay for Australia. And I hope it does, because we're buying used, and I'm not buying a new one. Prado, Land Cruiser Prado. This is one that my uncle drives. It's a great car. I mean, it's great. I don't love it. I'm not in love with the car. I think it's great. This is the Toyota, what's it called? The Hilux Rogue. Great car. My dad has that one. I mean, he's retired. Why not? Absolute S tier. That thing's a beast. Cars that I own. Have we had any cars that I own on here yet? Kind of a little bit. No, we have. Okay, so we're getting in the. These are all cars that I own. Oh no. My second gen Toyota Prius. I have never liked a car as much as the second gen Toyota Prius. I mean, that car is just. That's kind of not true, but I think it kind of edges out the competition. This is my partner's, the person that I'm closely entangled with, car in America. It's good, all-wheel drive. This is the all-wheel drive. No, it's not, because it doesn't have the hubcaps. This is I got the wrong trim level. So, sorry. This is the non-all-wheel drive version of the Prius from 2020. The all-wheel drive version of the Prius from 2020. Like this photo is, and then she has the all-wheel drive. It's a great car. It's a great Prius. It's an excellent car. S tier. Do I love the styling? No. Do I love the interior? No. Do I love the way it looks? No. But an all-wheel drive hybrid that gets 60 miles per gallon and chooses when to use the all-wheel drive is just objectively an amazing car. Our Sienna, we just got this recently. Now, listen, our family is like, we had a lot of old people. Like, they had a lot of kids. My grandmother had, I think she was one of 12 kids. We have a gigantic family, and they're all dying. And so we're moving them out. We're moving shit from their house to our house. We're just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I will tell you that nothing eats up highway miles like a V6 Sienna. This thing will sit at, it's not legal. I think RCR mentioned this once. It will sit at high speeds like 120 all day long, and it will not gripe. This thing even has all-wheel drive. This thing is like the apex of automobiles. It's like, objectively, it's the biggest, which is good. Bigger is better if you're looking at it just objective, like, instead of subjective, just objectively, bigger is always better, unless it's like a flu or, it's the biggest. It has all-wheel drive. It is a V6, so it has a bigger engine. It's just like the apex of automobiles. This car is like, I have sat behind the wheel of that thing for so many hours. I don't think I couldn't not like it. This is an interesting one. So the person I'm closely entangled with had this before I became entangled with them, and they drove it. They liked it, and then we got them the Prius. So this actually went to my little cousin now, because he just started driving. He turned 16, and we had the one with the nice wheels, the green. I really like that green color in the hatchback too, and he's liking it. It seems to be a pretty good car. I was never really in love with it, but I think that I would have, like, if she was shopping for a car and I was around, I think I would have picked that one too. Like, it's an excellent automobile, especially for her use case. My Prius, this thing is kind of sad. It's getting older and older every day, and yet I couldn't give a crap. I'm thinking of this is my plan. I'm going to put a new battery in it, and new battery, and what else? New wheels, maybe? I don't know. So I just feel like I need to throw parts at it to make sure it doesn't die. So that's like S tier. I love that car. I wouldn't have bought that car if I didn't love it. I want one of these so bad. I don't own it. It's like a nostalgia. You're not going to know this because I'm kind of a weird guy. Like, my interests are kind of weird. I should make an all about me video. In the ceiling fan community, which is a wild statement, they collect them mainly for a lot of times. Like, if you look at Jordan Yu, he collects a lot of them for sentimental reasons. Not that I would know that or anything. And this is kind of like that. Like, do I think it's a great car? No. Is it old? Yes. Is it that great gas mileage? Yes. I just love it because it's nostalgic, and when I eventually do some storm chasing with proper equipment and training, and of course, on this channel, that's the car that I'm going to choose, because think about it. For storm chasing, is it ideal? No. So many people are going to get mad at me for saying this. I think, for like baby light storm chasing photography stuff, it should be enough. V6, great for towing, could get a serious car if I want to, with serious training and a radar and all that stuff. Because I have a friend who's a serious storm chaser. I believe he uses a Prius, which maybe we could get like a little team of these two. Like, what if we soup this one up? We give it like lights, we bolt the doors closed, we like make it a super storm chaser thing, and then this rides in the back of that, because these can carry 3,500 pounds, and that thing's like 2,500. So yeah, that'd be neat. I just want one for like, and also it's old, so I'm not gonna care if it gets banged up real bad. And also, nothing fights like an Odyssey. I mean, these things have dragged themselves out of the depths of hell so many times I can't even remember. These things are the most dependable cars on the planet. If it's Armageddon and I'm in hell and I'm burning and I'm trying to escape, there is no other car I would rather get into on this list to rescue me and take me somewhere else than this car right here. Toyota Venza. I really wish I liked it more. I really, really wish. We got it because, like, again, we travel everywhere. We go to Ohio. We go to, we kind of became, like, Florida birds as soon as we moved to Florida. Again, we go up to these areas, and you just need a car that has all-wheel drive, that's rough and rugged, that can handle the Oregon and in Ohio winters. and I really wish I liked it more. It's a great car. I love the storage. I love everything about it, but the wheels are big. The noise it's not good. The interior is excellent. Like, everything about it's good. I just don't, for some reason, have established a connection with that car. This is one that I think I'm going to get, like, as a surprise, for a certain person's birthday. It is a hybrid. It's luxurious. I love the way it looks. It's large, and we need something a little bit larger. I think I just like that car overall. I think it's really, really classy. I think that's the word for it. My mother's Corolla Cross. And then 2 more that I own. It's the exact same as this, but it's a hybrid all-wheel drive. Like, I think it's a good car. I don't personally love it. It's not like, yeah, I love the Corolla Cross or anything. But it does this job very well. These two, let me just talk about these two individually, and then I'll rank them. This car, I don't really have a strong connection with it. And, like, this sounds really weird, but, like, I like driving it, but it's not like I would choose it out of all my other cars. It's nice. It's fine. The issue is, if I didn't have one other particular car, this would be, like, my favorite. The XC70. V6, all-wheel drive, cream leather interior, beautiful brown exterior, gorgeous, best car you'll ever own, just just DVD player, everything you could ever want out of a car. And I love this one so much, it takes my love away from this one. So the RAV4 is kind of mediocre. It's like, it's okay, it's fine. The XC70, this deserves to be, like, way up there. yeah, way up there. That's, like, probably my favorite car I've ever driven or ever owned or anything. It's a gorgeous beast. It's a lean, mean Swedish machine, except there's nothing lean about it. It's my own little mini caravan. It's just wonderful. So with that, this is my tier list for the cars that I am currently in possession of. Really only S and A, so I guess it's not really that entertaining. But yeah, and again, we have so many cars. Car shape tier list, I think it's pretty fair. And then car brand tier list. So with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you all real soon.